Folks, we live in very tricky times indeed. Why do I say this? Because these are the times when many will see a lion that has been rained on and confuse it for a domestic cat. Many will apply their knowledge and experience and masomo and knowledge of the past to something, thinking that it will work, but it will fall flat on its face. Folks, whether we like it or not, whether we want it or not, these are the times for those who are in the spirit. And very sadly, as a Kenyan living in Kenya today, you do not have a choice, because being in the spirit is now a matter of life and death. Gosh, I must be confusing a lot of you guys out there, yeah? So let me back up a little and start and break it down for you in very simple language, yeah? October 25th, 1969. Yeah, the photograph in front of your screens right now captures the event, or a certain event that happened on that day. Yeah. Now in the photograph you can see founding President of the Republic of Kenya, Jomo Kenyatta, yeah, holding out his hand to shake the hand of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Yeah. You can see a lot of people surrounding both personalities. Mbiwi Koinange, who was a key member of the Kiambu Mafia or the kitchen cabinet of Jomo Kenyatta, yeah, has an arrow pointed to him, and he looks extremely excited. Now, of course, he knew what was about to happen, okay? If you have been following my past recordings, you will know that there is irrefutable evidence that what happened in Kisumu, the massacre, was predetermined, preconceived, it was all planned. My point is that in this photograph, one small clique group of people knew exactly what was going to unfold next. The other had no idea. And chances are that most of them read this situation very wrongly. Yeah, handshake, somebody excited. Well, maybe they assumed that better times are ahead. Better times are immediately ahead. Yeah, but of course they were wrong. Humans are to err. So it is very normal for someone to read a situation completely wrongly, yeah, based on what they believe in, their background, their principles, etc., etc. But what I want to emphasize a lot in this recording is that this is the wrong time to read the signs of the times wrongly. This is a very wrong time to make a mistake. This is a very wrong time to make that mistake. Most supporters of the Jubilee Party believe that Chief Justice David Maraga and the other judges who passed the very historic judgment on the 1st of September 2017 that will go down in the annals of history were driven by money or favorism. Yes, many of them believe the propaganda that has been spread around that the judges were in consultation with the NASA team. Unfortunately, this also includes some very senior members of the Jubilee Party. They believe that, and you cannot convince them otherwise. Many others believe that former IEBC Commissioner Roslyn Akombe fled the country for similar reasons. And I can go on and on and on. The true position is that all those people I've mentioned, yeah, were born to do what they did. They were prepared for many years to do what they did. And they all did something that will definitely stand the test of time. Who prepared them? God Almighty Himself. Who is behind everything that we are seeing happening and unfolding? God Almighty Himself. Now, I appreciate the fact that although Kenya is classified as a Christian nation, there are a lot of people who are just called Christians by name. And I'm not judging anybody. Yeah, just get me right. I'm not judging anybody. But my advice, yeah, is that even if you're not a Christian, yeah, you need to recognize one fact. One very important fact that is so important that it could save your life. And I'll quote a man of God, yeah, to illustrate to you exactly the situation we're in as a nation. Okay? Now that situation is that God Almighty himself is shaking a tree, and that tree is the nation called Kenya, and is shaking it very, very vigorously. Okay? The intention is for the rotten fruits to fall down, unquote. And that, my dear friends, is the reason why things in Kenya refuse to go back to normal. In my view, the most dangerous, the biggest threat, the most dangerous thing about Kenya right now, and those who live in Kenya, is that we have what you call a shaky regime. For the sake of clarity, I will clarify what I mean. We have a shaky regime because we have a government that does not have the support of the majority of Kenyans. Now, in case you don't know, a shaky government is the most dangerous thing a nation can ever face. Why? Because a shaky government will do everything in their power, everything humanly possible, to remain in power. And that is the simple reason why our constitution, a constitution which we fought for, a constitution written with the blood of Kenyans, has taken a very major beating in recent weeks and months, and is set to take an even bigger beating, larger beating, in the days and weeks to come. I'm aware that I've been talking in parables, but I don't know any other way to deliver this message. Yes? So those who have ears, those who want to take the time to understand, those who want to take the time, to try and figure it out, please do so. But let me start speaking in plain language now. Okay? Things will not go back to normal anytime soon. Okay? So we need to focus on something else. Okay? And that is the whole purpose of this recording. We need to focus on our lives, what we do to earn a living. We need to focus on the rest of our lives and take away our focus from this desperation that things must go back to normal as soon as possible. Because he who has said things should not go back to normal, or things will not go back to normal anytime soon, cannot be defeated. Okay? Indeed, I can put it in another way. You defeat he who has said things will not go back to normal soon, and we will worship you. So let's leave politics and talk about ourselves and our lives. And this cuts right across the political divide. It doesn't matter, it does not matter which side you support. It does not matter which side you fanatically support. Okay? This affects all of us. It cuts right across party lines. You have a business that you have been running and things are very bad. Okay? Your strategy is to wait for things to go back to normal, and then you resume your business. And according to you, you think that things will go back to normal very soon, or at least you're praying and hoping that they'll go back to normal very soon so that you can continue their business. I advise you to do something else. And that something else is to re-engineer yourself, re-engineer your business. Okay? Now I'll address the majority of us. You're a hustler. Maybe you do kibarua, part-time jobs. Here and there you do jobs on contract. You're also waiting for things to go back to normal. I also tell you, change with the times and find a way to do what you've been doing in the current circumstances and in the current environment. Now, I'm not talking about impossible things. I've bored most people on this channel with my obsession with boring history. But history is quite a teacher. Now, this is what history tells us about what we're facing now. History tells us that some of the greatest fortunes, some of the biggest successes have been made in times of chaos and war. And you can do your own research to verify that. In other words, what I mean is that there are great opportunities, even as you see it and you get very depressed and emotionally attached to the politics and the ongoings in the country. The truth is, you're missing opportunities. Now, the minute you accept that truism from history, you will start to think in a different direction. And that direction will be beneficial to you, will be beneficial to your family, your loved ones, your children, etc., etc. You have a shop or a stall in town and business has been very bad, okay? But the truth is, your customers are still out there. So go out and find them, okay? Now we have something like the internet, yeah? The internet is a very valuable tool for finding your customers. Reengineer, change your business so that you rely on the internet, you rely on social media, you rely on other avenues to reach your customer. Don't be stuck in, I must be in my shop, I must wait for customers to come to me. Get my drift? You're in the advertising business, yeah? You promote businesses, yeah? Now most businesses have put everything on hold, they're not advertising, they're not promoting, etc., etc., until things go back to normal. But the truth is they've waited a long time for things to go back to normal, yeah? The truth is as they wait, they're bleeding, yes, because business is low for them. So come up with a proposal of how they can promote and advertise their businesses in a different way during these times of chaos. Think and come up with proposals of how they can do it in these times of chaos, how they can reach customers, yeah, because at the end of the day what they want is to reach customers who will produce money and buy their products and services, yeah. So come up with a proposal on how to reach those customers. Where are those customers? Again, they're on social media. So find a creative way of reaching their customers through social media, present that proposal and tell them that there's no guarantee things will go back to normal in Kenya soon. So the best thing is for them to find a way to survive in the chaos. Change the products and services to products and services that people need right now. You're in the insurance business, yeah? What do people need right now? Packages that protect them in times of civil unrest should be selling now like hotcakes. And those packages are there. Very costly, I'm sure, but they're there. You're a private college in town. You're not getting any enrollments because people are scared. They're saying, let's wait and see. I will not enroll my child for the course I had in mind for them because I cannot guarantee their safety as they go to college and come back home, okay? Start emphasizing distance learning, yeah? Prepare courses, design modules where they can study in the comfort of their home, yeah? And minimize the trips they have to make down to your downtown, to your college. Now all these examples should be of great interest to those who don't run a business, but they maybe do part-time jobs or they do contract jobs and so on and so forth. Obviously in this kind of environment, delivery jobs or jobs delivering stuff are going to be in very high demand. Obviously there are people who pick the kind of jobs they can do and the kind of jobs they can't do. This is not for them, yeah? Because in times of chaos, the issue is survival, yeah? Finding something to do that will put food on the table. Hakuna kitu ingine. Now in the next part of this recording, which I will do after a day or two, I'm going to be very specific. I'm going to be much more specific, especially for those people who seek some kind of employment, some kind of part-time thing to do, to put food on the table during these very difficult times. Trust me, you can turn a bad situation that is not of your making into something good for yourself. The Americans say, if life throws you a lemon, make lemonade. Now lemonade is a very delicious juice that many Kenyans are not familiar with, yeah? But I'm sure you get my message. So folks, let's get busy making lemonade. Tuache Mungu amalize kazi yake. Until next time, this is Kumekucha.